Well, hello everybody and happy Thursday. It is Thursday, January 20th, 2022, and I am so glad to have you guys here with me tonight for a new video. We're getting a two for tonight, so you're getting two cards for the price of one, which is great because it's free. So you get two cards for free. So they're almost the same kind of cards, but I'm using the same technique on both of them, but they're a little bit different. So I wanted to show you how to do both of them. One is just with blending the colors together with the blending brushes. The other one is using the stamps to do it. And I've got a new technique for you tonight called the kissing technique. And I'm going to show you what that is in case you've never seen it before. It's really cool. And I hope you guys will join me for the whole thing. Let me get my computer going and see who's watching. Make sure my thing is straight on here. I can't really tell. I think it is crooked though, because I'm looking at my phone and it looks crooked. So let me see. Oh, actually it looks pretty good on here. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Let me see who's watching. Hey Terry, hey Linda, hey Sharon. How are you guys doing? Hey Louise from the UK. Wow, it must be late there. I think you guys are about 6 hours ahead of us. So it's 7 o'clock here. So I think in the UK it's probably like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning or something. Oh, Kathy from Australia. I think you guys are in the morning there, like 12 or 13 hours different from us. I'm not sure. Hey, Deborah. All right, so these are the two cards we're making. I've got all the stamp sets that you need right here. So Oceanfront is the main one that we're using. So these three stamps, and then also the little grass and the speckle. So we're using almost the whole entire stamp set. So that's what makes up this right here. So we've got that stamp there, that stamp there, that stamp there. And then the grass here and the little speckly ones go for like the sand. So same thing here, except we're not going to use that stamp on that one. And then I've got the wave background stamp. That's what we're going to do the kissing technique with. So we're going to kiss this stamp with this stamp right here. And it comes out really cool. So we're going to turn it from like a plain, like flat stamp into the waves that you see there. So that is a really fun technique. We're also using On the Horizon just for the words for both of the cards. So that's where those cards come from. And the grass here, you can actually use right here instead of that, but I didn't see it till after I had already made it. So, but it's almost the same kind of grass, but it's just longer. So you can use those three stamp sets. And then also we're using this embossing folder, which is the bark embossing folder, and that's going to give us the background here, which I thought looked like waves when we used to have one that had waves on it, but they got rid of it. So this one looks almost exactly like water too, so I just used that one. So that's the bark embossing folder. And they're all in, except for the embossing folder, they're all in the Spring Mini catalog. So all of these are in the Spring Mini, except for that embossing folder. And don't forget, it's also celebration time. So that means you earn a free item with every $50 you order. It's a great, great time to stock up on paper and adhesive and ink and whatever else you want. And you get free stuff in here, including that gorgeous stamp that I've been doing all the videos with. So this is the Hostess set. So if you order $300 or more, or get some friends together and have a party, or, you know, just like a book party, and order these, then you can get that for free. So, and there's lots of other stuff in here. In case you haven't seen it, you can just go to my website, stampingwithlisa.com, and this is on there. You can just click on it and see the whole thing. So that's a little bit of news. And then also there's another special this month for joining up. So if you are thinking about getting a great deal for only $99, you can get $125 of product plus any two free stamp sets you want for $99, and that's like a $200 value, and you get free shipping and a paper pumpkin kit. So it's a great deal. And I always send you gifts for orders too. So lots of great stuff going on. And I would love to have you as a customer. And I just am so thankful that you guys like my videos and watch my channel all the time. So let's get started with the cards. So we're going to do this one first. So for this one, all you need is a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 white, a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 Bermuda Bay, and a piece of 3 3/4 by 5 white. So if you want to take a screenshot of that before we get started, Let me see what everybody's saying. Let's see. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Robin. You have this set? All right. It's cold and snowing in Delaware. It's supposed to start snowing here in about an hour or so. It's just raining right now, but it's supposed to turn to snow. Kathy says it's 10 a.m. Friday, and you're the one in Australia. Okay, so 10 a.m. Friday. So you're a lot of hours, maybe 15 hours. Is that 15 hours ahead of us? Linda says very cold in Massachusetts. It is very cold here. It's like 35, and it's supposed to drop and start snowing. And I got to work in the morning, so I'm hoping it doesn't snow too much, because I got to get up and go to work, because we never close. But there is good news. So we have gone from being totally slammed nonstop all day with hours and hours of wait time. Today we were not busy at all. So I'm hoping that means COVID's going away, which we were kind of predicting, because it's, you know, a couple weeks after Christmas, and it started slowing down the other day. So, you know, Christmas, everybody was together, and Thanksgiving, and it's kind of settling down now. All right, so for this one, the first thing we're going to do is use our white piece, and we're going to stamp the top part. So what I did was I inked up this stamp right here in Daffodil Delight. So you're just going to ink up the whole entire thing in Daffodil Delight, and then you're going to take the sponge dauber with the Calypso Coral, and this pad looks awful. I don't know why I've got 3 or 4 pads that look like this. I don't know what happened to them. And we're just going to ink this up with this sponge dauber and put that Calypso Coral on the bottom. And you don't want to go in a straight line. You kind of want to just like jump all around, because you don't want like just a perfectly straight line there. All right, then we're going to stamp it, but we want to huff it first, because it kind of dries out a little bit when you're doing that. So you're going to breathe on it. I call it the Darth Vader sound. Make the Darth Vader sound on there. All right, and just stamp this down. Give it a good press. Deborah says, sorry, I can't watch. Oh, you keep freezing. Oh no, somebody was doing that the other night, but my camera was fine. I just realized I'm crooked. All right, so there you go. There's our top part. Next, we're gonna do the ocean, which this is our kissing technique. So you need 2 stamps. You need this one and this one. So this is the Gentle Waves. So this is what it looks like. And we're just gonna be using this top part right here. So I'm not gonna ink up the whole entire thing. But what you're gonna do is ink it up with Bermuda Bay, which is the darker color. And we're just gonna ink it up right there. You don't have to get the whole thing. Oops, I think I missed a spot. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna take this stamp, which is just plain. There's like not much to it. It's got a little bit of a speckle on there, but not much. All right, and we want, it goes like this. So the straight part's at the top. And we wanna just put it right on here so that we get those waves on our water. So you just put it on there and press it down. This is called the kissing part. So this stamp's kissing this stamp. And what happens is, now you get the lines on there like the water. So we're gonna put that down on our paper. Whoops, I lost it over here. All right, so what you're gonna do is just put this down, and I might have to bring it towards me because I can't really see above this, and I don't wanna get my head in the camera. Hopefully I'll get it really close. Okay. And then give it a good press. Oh no! Did I not ink it? I don't think I inked this up first. I didn't. Nope. All right, hold on, we gotta start over. I forgot to ink up this one. Oh my gosh, I was looking at it thinking, wow, that looks really light. All right, so this one was naked, kissing that one. You have to ink them both up for it to work. All right, hold on, let me do the first thing again, real quick. Silly me, oh gosh. I'm just not even thinking today. All right, so let's ink this up again one time. There she goes. Lisa's being a ding dong again. All right, do the sponge dauber one more time. Take 2. At least this is quick and I hadn't gone all the way through. Okay, all right, so let's try that one more time. All right, whoops, we want the yellow on the top. All right, there we go. Love how the stamp does all the work. I know. Is that stamp named Stella? We are going to use Stella tonight too. Stella's going to get a spanking tonight. All right, so that's that one. All right, so now we're going to ink this up. The lighter one gets inked up in this one, the one that is the water, gets the lighter color, which is Coastal Cabana. So just do that one, and then we're going to ink this one up again. Then you're going to see the magic. All right, so take two. All right, so we're going to try it again. All right, flat goes on top. Now we're going to kiss them together. All right, so now they're both inked up in the light and the dark color. And let's try this one more time. And there we go. See how pretty that comes? A little bit too high, but that's all right. But that comes out so cool because it's got all the waves in there now instead of just being like plain. So I love that. All right, let me close all these ink pads. All right, so set that aside. Then we're gonna go to the bottom part. So the bottom I'm doing in Sahara Sand. Audrey says, ha ha ha, naked Stampin' kissing technique. I know. Finally caught me live a little late. Hey, Donna. All right, so this one we're gonna ink up full strength with the Sahara Sand. And this one goes like this. So you can just, if you forget which way it goes, look at the picture on the front of the stamp set. It'll tell you. So you're just going to kind of line up the lines here. And it's really a lot easier when you can put it right underneath you instead of kind of looking at it from an angle. Because it's kind of hard to see from my angle. That's why I overlapped it just a little bit there. All right, so I'm going to do that like 3 times. And then kind of cover that up a little bit. You can actually go backwards the other way too if you want to. Give it a little bit more color. All right, so that's that. Now we're going to use the same color to put some speckles down there at the bottom. So we're just going to make it look like sand down here. Okay, and then you can kind of cover that up right there too. All right, so this is a good thing to cover up if you mess up. All right, then we're going to go to our grass and our words. Both of these are in soft suede. So the grass is going to go over on the left-hand side. And like I said, you can use the other one that's in the Horizon, on the Horizon stamp set. It looks really pretty too. All right, so we've got our leaves or grass or whatever that is there. Oops, got to do the words too. And the words are going to go right here at the bottom. And there you go. All right, so that's pretty easy. Oh, we got the birds too. I forgot about the birds. All right, so I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and I've seen a few with this stamp set with the birds. And the birds, oh, the birds are from this one too, on the Horizon. So the birds come from this one. I forgot. So that the words and the birds. The words and the birds. That rhymes. Okay, so we're going to take black, Memento black. Now, these birds go like this. So their wings should be above their body, like that. This one is upside down. I guess he's like dying, or his wings are going down. But most of them, their wings are up. So a lot of people have been stamping this upside down, but it does not go that way. All right, so we're gonna do this one, and you gotta be a little gentle with this. I always trim my stamps like right up against the stuff in there. So I have to be real careful. All right, just stick it down, and there you go. So we're almost done. We just got to put it together and add some Stella on there. All right, so we're going to put these together. Get my green glue. So it was actually a good day at work. I was not too busy. So I had time to catch up on a lot of my admin stuff, which was good. And relax a little bit when I got home. So it was really a good day. And tomorrow I'm thinking I have to work, and we're supposed to be a skeleton crew because we're not expecting it to be very busy, and the roads will probably be bad. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be kind of dead and I can get a lot of stuff done. All right, so there you go. Now we got to do some spanking. So get your Wink of Stella out. Give it some good taps. And hopefully you can see all that sparkle going on the card. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So there you go. So that's the first one. Hey, Linda in Missouri. Thanks, Sharon. Audrey says, when do you sleep? Sometimes I don't sleep at all because I just get ideas in my head or think of things that I need to do, and I just lie awake in bed all night. But when I can't sleep, I watch YouTube videos and look for different ideas and techniques and stuff, or go back and look through all my cards that I've made over the years for ideas and redo some of them in different stamp sets. Gloria says, so cute. Wish I was wherever that is. Oh, I know. Here. Tell me about it, because it's freezing cold here. Now this one came out better because I could see right on top of it, so I didn't overlap them because you're not really supposed to go over. But all right, so that's the first one. Now we're going to do the second one. So can you guys see the difference in these two? It's basically just this part of it. So we're going to do the blending brushes and the sun instead of doing the stamp. But we're still going to do the kissing technique. So, all right, so first thing we're going to do is get out our paper. So this one you need 5.5 by 8.5 white, the 5 1/4 by 4 Bermuda Bay, and this one is the one that's embossed with the bark. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And I think it looks just like the water. So it's actually a bark, like tree bark, but it looks like water to me. Then we're using one of the scalloped contour dies, the one that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and then a little teeny piece of crumb cake, 2 3/4 by 1/2. And I'll put the card there so you can take a screenshot. Hopefully you can get, let me put this down here so you can see it. There, that's better. Oops, it's kind of popping open. Okay, how's that? Let's see. Kathleen says, love that card. Laura says, so glad you're watching live. Yay! It is peaceful looking, isn't it? I think I like this one better just because it's more blended in there, and I love that little sun right there too. I wish I was on a tropical beach somewhere. Hey, Terry. Kathleen says it's 17 degrees. Oh my gosh. Ready for the beach and warm weather. Me too, Robin. All right, so let's get started on this one. So we're gonna do this piece first, the scalloped contour die, and the dies for this are in the big catalog, and then this is in the big catalog too, the embossing folder. But the stamps are all from the Spring Mini. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is get some scrap paper and do the top part. So we're gonna start with the yellow and the blending brush, and the yellow is the Daffodil Delight. So we're just gonna put a little bit on the top. Make sure you always tap off when you're doing this because you don't want to get like a big blob of ink. So give it some good color, and you can make it as light or as dark as you want to. And when you like the color, the shade of it, then you can go to the next one. All right, so that looks pretty good. So we're gonna go to, well, I'm gonna leave this out so I can do the sun in a minute. All right, now we're gonna go to the Calypso Coral. And I got another brush. So we're gonna put some of that under there. So you want about 1 inch of each one. Oops. So I was very good tonight. I came home and had a salad for dinner. Trying to be healthy. I've been doing good the last few days, so hopefully I'll start losing some weight. All right, so there goes our top part for the sun, the sky. So we've got our sunset look in there, and then I'm going to stamp the sun with the Daffodil Delight. Oh, and this one I forgot. This one is from Watercolor Shapes. That one is in the big book. I forgot. It was sitting on my table. I had to go look it up. Oops. Got ink on there. All right, so just stamp your sun right in the top. Like that. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. All right, then we're going to go back to our kissing technique. So we're going to get our 2 blues. And we don't really need the scrap paper anymore. And then we've got our big stamp and our water stamp. So the light one goes on the water. So this is just Coastal Cabana. And then Bermuda Bay for this big one. And we just want to ink up this one spot right here. Okay. And then we're going to kiss the two stamps together in case you missed it the first time. The flat part is the top, so we're just going to lay this right on here. And you can do this with any stamps you want that are solid. So any kind of a solid stamp you have, like this one, you could kiss this with like a flower or some words or pretty much anything you want to. But these are the best kind of stamps to do the kissing technique with. So you pick one that's flat, just solid, and then you pick another one that's got some kind of design on it, like a flower or these waves or whatever. All right, so now we've got all of our waves on there. So we're gonna stamp that on here. Try and get it right below where that sky is. And voila, there you go. All right, and then we want to do the bottom again. So we have, oops, I'm missing it. Here we go. All right, so I just realized my microphone's not plugged in. Oh my gosh, can you guys even hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Or should I put the microphone on? I just realized it's not plugged in. No ice cream. No, I have not had ice cream in the last few days. I did have it for dinner the other night, and that was the last thing of ice cream I had, and I'm not buying any more. Can you guys hear me okay? Or do you want me to plug the microphone in? I just realized here's the plug. I have the microphone right in front of me, but I don't have it plugged in. Oh my gosh. I swear. Sometimes I just don't even have my head on. You can hear me good, or I don't know if it'll be louder if I plug it in. I don't know. I mean, my mouth is right next to the phone microphone, so it should be pretty loud. I've got it all the way turned up. All right, so we're going to ink this up. Can hear you fine. Okay, great. All right, so ink this one up again. We're going to do it upside down. Well, not really upside down. This is actually the right way. And there we go. And do that a couple times. And then I like to kind of turn it over and do a little bit the other way. All right, so there you go. And then we're going to add a little bit of speckles again for the sand. And then we've got our little grass in the soft suede. So these cards are really fast. The first one is the fastest, but the second one is pretty fast too. My words are in black. Oops, different words. All right, so then our grass goes down here. And there you go. Now we got to do the words. And the words I did in black along with the birds. Wasn't there a song like back in the 80s or 90s, like bird is the word? I think we used to sing that like when we had parties in college. All right, birds are flying the right way, so do them. And there you go. And our words go on our little teeny piece. And it goes all the way to the left. And then we're going to cut a little arrow on the right. Hopefully this is going to be straight. Pretty good. All right, so we're done with all the stamping. Oh, I forgot to stamp the inside of the card. Darn it. Oh well, we could put some grass or something in there. I forgot it on the first one too. Let me get that grass one out again. So we'll just stamp a little bit of that on the inside. Oops, there we go. All right. There you go, just puts a little grass in there. That looks pretty. You can put some words, some other words in there if you want to, like thinking of you, and we'll have that on the front. You could have something else on the inside. We have some stamp sets that do that inside stuff. All right, so then we're going to put this together. So these two get glued down, and remember, if you have a textured piece that is embossed, it's always best to put it down with the green glue or the Stampin' Seal Plus, which is the super sticky one. And this is actually almost the same on either side, so it doesn't matter which way you put it. All right, flip it over. Oh, I got exciting news. I just hit 7,000 subscribers yesterday, which was exciting. I always get excited when I hit the next 1,000. And in one day, I've gotten 100. So I went from 7,000 to 7,100 in just one day. So that's good. Thank you guys for subscribing. Terry says, the bark folder does look like water. I know it. Never noticed before. I was looking for something for the background. Why can't you just stamp the solid, then stamp the pattern on top? Because this one is huge and it wouldn't line up the same size as this one. So if you stamped this one and then went to stamp this one, it would cover the whole page. So you only want this stamp to be stamped. You don't want to cover it, you know, because if you did that, it'd just be like, this is too big and it would go all over top of it. So you only want this size of a stamp inked up. So that's why it wouldn't work. All right, put this on with dimensionals. Terry says, yay, congratulations. Robin says, yay. Bird is the word. Yes. 1963. I don't think it was that old because I was in college when we used to play that song. But I remember it was like a song. Maybe it was an updated version of that one that you're thinking of. But I remember we used to do, it was a dance called The Bird. All right, so put some dimensionals on there. I can't remember what the words were though. We used to have these parties when I was married. My ex-husband was in the fraternity at school. I went to Virginia Tech for college. And they used to have these fraternity parties in the basement. And the floor was made out of, well, I don't know what it was made out of, but it was painted like red. And so every time they'd have parties and the floor would get wet, it would just, the paint or something would just come up. So whatever shoes you wore at the end of the night, they'd be red. So it ruined a whole lot of shoes that I had. So I had to designate a pair just for that red floor. Those were the days though. That was fun back in college. All right, so we're gonna cut a little banner on this. And there you go. Whoops. And whenever I cut a banner, I always start in the middle, go straight up, and then cut edge to edge. So this goes on with dimensionals too. I hope it doesn't snow that much. I really don't want to have to drive to work in the snow. I only live 5 miles from where I work, but still, I don't like driving in it. And we don't have, you know, a lot of you guys live places where it snows all the time and it's no big deal. But in Virginia, well, my area of Virginia, we never get snow, like maybe once every couple years. So we don't have the equipment to clear roads and stuff. So it's a big deal when we get snow because nobody's clearing the roads, at least for a few days. They'll have snow plows, but we have like, I think 14 of them for the whole area. Oops, I can't get that straight. Okay, so if you mess up in the middle, that'll cover that. So there you go. All right, then we're gonna do a little bow. So I've got my linen thread, and we're gonna do a little double bow. So let's see how much we need. I always like tie one first, not tie one, but just see how much I need, and then take twice as much. So I'm not doing my fancy bow tonight, just a regular old bow with 2 pieces. All right, so just take your 2 pieces together and tie a bow like you're tying your shoes. Put one loop together, whoops, and then wrap it around and pull it through. So just like tying your shoe, this is an easy one. And this linen thread is so easy to make little bows. And then just kind of adjust it. And when you get it the size you want, then you're going to put a glue dot on there. And just put it right down underneath the words. So we're just going to stick it right in there underneath so it doesn't cover them up. And then just trim it a little bit. I love the little kind of waviness it has to it. I found an old pack of linen thread the other day, and it was like the one that was all the way wrapped flat. And it just made such ugly kinks like where the bends were. So I'm glad they finally started wrapping it around the roll. instead of doing that the old way. Okay, so there you go. Oh, we need some Stella. Let me get Stella. Put some sparkle on here. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to pick winners for cards too, and I had a whole stack of them to do tonight. All right, I'll have to do that on Saturday. And I do have to work Saturday, open to 3. It'll probably be date night with Lisa at 7. But then starting next week, I'm going to be working mostly nights, but I don't think I work on Tuesday night. Hopefully not. All right, so there we go. All of our cards done. So what do you guys think? Do you love them? Let's see, remakes in 77, 83. Yeah, 83 was when I graduated from high school, so it was probably the 1983 version of that song. Sharon says I had to drive in total whiteout yesterday. Ugh. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed these cards. They're really, really easy. And you learned a new technique tonight, so try that kissing technique. Find a couple stamps, one that's flat, like this, that doesn't have anything on it, and then find one that has some texture to it and put them together. There is a set, I think, called Natural Texture. And then also the flower stamps are really cool to do with that. You know what would be a great set to do is the watercolor shapes. Get some of those out and kiss them with some other stuff and see what happens. And you can do totally different colors. So I did blues, but you can pick like a yellow and a purple, I mean a yellow and a pink, or yellow and blue, or pink and blue, or whatever you want to do. 2 colors mixed together. All right, thanks you guys so much for all the wonderful comments. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment too. Like, subscribe to my channel, and I would love to have you as a customer if you don't already have a demonstrator. So don't forget, celebration is going on, free gifts with your order. And if your order's over 150, don't use the host code. Oh, here's the host code right here. And that's good till the end of the month, so you've got plenty of time. All right, and just have a great day tomorrow, and I will be back on Saturday night. Oh, flowers on buffalo plaid. Oh, that would be cool. Do we still have the buffalo plaid? I don't even think we have that anymore. All right, you guys have a great night, and I'll be back Saturday night for date night with Lisa. Wear your pajamas and get comfy, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.